down here. Okay, well, we're finally back to getting to work on the ASRock. Making sure everything's working over there. It's actually been 2 days since I worked on it, and my plan is to keep on working on it, you know, every day, really. But had all kinds of things get in the way. I ended up I got to thinking about my, well, you know, I've been having trouble with some of the other videos. I've been having trouble with my VNC remote desktop, and then I used TeamViewer the last time, and it was doing the same thing. It wasn't refreshing well, you know, and it was lagging. And I used to didn't have trouble with either one of them last couple until this year, really. So I decided I got to thinking, well, you know, I've got my D-Link that's a gigabit router, and I've got my TP-Link, which I already had for a couple of 3 years. It's a gigabit router. But my cables, I don't have that many. I don't have any Cat 6, but I do have some Cat. I went through them, and I have 3, maybe, well, I guess I have 4 Cat 5Es. I say guess because the one that came with the D-Link, it's a funky little thing. It's a flat ribbon cable, and I looked it up, and I couldn't even really find it listed as being used for Ethernet cable. It was used for HDMI cable and stuff. That exact cable that was written. And there's no on the side of the cable. It doesn't say cat anything. You know, it doesn't tell you what you know, what it would be as Ethernet cable, what its rating would be. But I figured, and it seemed like, I think I remember checking that vaguely, but I figured since it came with the D-Link gigabit router that it should be at least a Cat 5e, if not even a Cat 6. So Cat 5e is quite a bit faster than Cat 5. You know, move data faster, and Cat 6 is even faster than that. Capabilities. So anyway, I rewired things. So now I have a Cat 5e, and I changed it. It was too short too. It was going from my D-Link to my modem, from my modem to my D-Link, I guess you would say. The signal routes, you know, from there like that. And every time I would pick it up to reboot the modem, it would yank on, you know, would pull, really almost pull the router off of where it's setting. And I knew it was going to end up breaking that cable at some point, or breaking the connectors even, worse. So anyway, I found one that was a little longer that I already had, and put it in there, and then put that ribbon cable between the D-Link and the TP-Link. Hopefully it'll do well. I haven't used it yet, you know, for anything that requires lots of speed, like, you know, remote desktop and stuff. So tonight I'll find out. And I had 2 about 15 or 20 foot Cat 5e cables that I had bought, and I hadn't used them. One of them I had in use, and the other one I had rolled up. I don't even remember why I did that, but anyway, I used them to go from. I only have 2 machines that have gigabit Ethernet adapters on them, and the Lenovo i5. So I had a regular old Cat 5 on it because I didn't need a very long one. So I'd say, well, it doesn't matter if I waste some length. It matters that the cable, you know, will handle the most speed possible. And then the ASRock, it's the only other one I've got that can do gigabit. So I went and it could use the length. Actually, that's about the right length, you know, good length for the distance I have. I mean, it's extra, but I have, like, you know, the rest of them are like 2 foot, 3 foot, 5 foot cables and stuff, and they won't reach down in the rack good. I got one of the, I guess probably one of my 5 footers, a good cable that I've had for years. Some of them are pretty good quality. Actually, those 2 new Cat 5e blue ones, those longer ones, they're not good quality. The jackets already come loose at one end on both of them, and they're the newest ones I got. One next to that ribbon cable. And I looked on them, they're made in China. Even stuff made in China used to be a little better 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. It's crazy. But and I don't know for sure where some of my other cables were made. I didn't pay any attention what it said on them or anything. I don't think it May not have said. Of course, if it says made in the USA, well, I don't think I've got any cables that were made in the USA. Not those kind of cables. They're not old enough. You'd have to go way back to get cables made in the USA. Well, not that far, actually. I used to sell cables from Horizon Music, and they were all made in the USA. That was pro audio cables. They didn't make Ethernet cables or anything. Anyway, they got bought out, and then the company that bought them out went to foreign crap. So I quit selling that stuff. But I quit selling. I had a website selling pro audio gear and stuff, and I did it for as long as I could. Tried to. I didn't make hardly any sales and couldn't compete price-wise with when I think I started before Musician's Friend came out, but when they came out, that was it. They might have started around the same time as me, but I discovered them after I already had my site up. I know that. So, going to go back to work on the ASRock, and let me see. Let's do this, and now I'll switch. I've got that on the monitor. Let me switch. Okay, now I can't see the preview. Oh, and that wasn't all I did. Spent all day yesterday trying to fix my lapel mic. It was making noise. I noticed that in the last video. And I took it apart on a whim, and then when I put it back together, there's a piece of screen wire in it I made 2 videos. I did 2 live videos. I made a bunch of test videos, but I did 2 live videos, and they're on my channel. Anyway, I took it apart, put it back together, and it didn't work at all. And I took it apart again and put it back together, and it works. So I don't know that if I've gotten rid of all the noise or not. I heard some popping noise in the video. I was afraid the cable might be breaking inside the installation. But anyway, I'm going to boot up the ASRock. It is the lapel mic is working, and it sounds just like it always did. But I'm not so sure if I go to get up and walk around and move around if it's going to be making noise. But I don't even have it turned on tonight because I didn't plan on using it. So hopefully everything's good. I haven't turned it on since I put it in the rack and hooked it up down there so that it wouldn't have to listen to it, because it is pretty loud, and I got tired of listening to it the other day sitting up here on the table next to me on my work table. So get it booted up, log it in, get TeamViewer going, and then I can get on the remote desktop. So I'm going to run it. See, I haven't run it at all. I ran it that one day for 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't even know how long, and it ran great, no problems. I did an update. I did a DNF update, and that's uses pretty good on the pretty it's a heavy resource using app. But I didn't I just let it run. I tried doing a little surfing, in that video the other day, and I don't have the ad blocker on it or anything. It was driving me crazy, and actually, I don't know if it's TeamViewer works. I think it works a little different than VNC, and I would try to use my keyboard shortcuts like I normally do, and they wasn't working. It was bugging me so. Because I thought I would do some of the research. I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to do some of the research on the 8300 AMD processor and see for sure if I want to get one and put it in this mom's PC. And so I have. I didn't go back. You probably have you may not, if you haven't seen any of the other videos, and you have no idea what I'm doing here. I took the 650 watt. Let me get this logged in first. I gotta get the password. Okay, let me get it out. Okay. looking at that password, and boy, I never remembered that one. That was different than I thought it was going to be. That's fine. I mean, I actually kind of wonder why I used the one I used on this one, but it doesn't really matter. I'll probably end up reformatting it before too long, because put domain. I think I'll try domain 9 on these laptops as soon as I can. But I got domain 8 on them, and well, I've mentioned before about my counter being funky and starts at negative, and it does it on the laptop, even though I updated Firefox to the newest version. I think that if I put my hand over the mic, it'll help that. It doesn't help, does it? I just need to move away from it. But let's see. Okay, now so you can see that it's up and running. And I guess I'll just stay like this, because you can't you can't really see, you know. Well, I don't know. It looks pretty good this time. But it won't take long here to just get TeamViewer up and going, so I'm not going to switch back and forth, you know, repeatedly, because I can't change the scene on my main machine without being on it, and I'm not. Right now I've got the KVM switch over on the ASRock. So I put Mom's, you know, it's got to where it was crashing so much, I decided the power supply was going bad on the ASRock. Well, that's not what's in it right now. It's Mom's power supply, or 650 watt ultra power supply, that I bought a couple of years ago. Actually, I bought it in 2014. Saw the date of it just a while ago. I was looking it up to see what it was, you know, what the specs were. And it's out of warranty now. It was 3-year warranty, but it's, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's good. Oh, I just dropped my thing there. Okay. Yeah, now I'll switch back. Oops. Sometimes I use, when I don't, well, especially when I'm using the mic, I can use this back scratcher as a remote. I call these my remote controls. One time I didn't have a remote for the TV, so I found a long stick or something, some kind of stick. I don't remember what it was. It reached all the way. It was about almost 15, 20 foot long. It was pretty tricky, but I did it. I was sitting there using it for TV for the remote. That's an analog remote. Okay, so this is my extended reach remote for the oh, I keep finding gooey chunks of stuff on the laptop, and for a while there I didn't know what the heck it was. It's the it has little, I guess they're just plugs over the screws, covers for the screws that hold the bezel together for the monitor. They're, I guess they're disintegrating, but they're turning into gooey crap. That's when you open it up, there'll be a gooey chunk sitting there. And I figured it out I noticed that they were in line. Well, there's 2 dots on there where they've been coming apart. There's 3 across the top, and anyway, they line right up. So I figured it out the other day by luck. I was just like, what the heck? And so anyway, let's see if we can get logged into there. Let's get on the desktop. And get the... every time I make a scene switch, I'm always worried that I'm screwing it up. So I'm always rechecking my stream. See, I want TeamViewer... The laptop helps, but it's a little awkward to control. It's not a very big. This one is smaller screen than the other one that I let Mom use now for her machine while I'm doing all this. Oh no! This was working a while ago. When this is not ready for connection, sometimes the only way to fix it, yeah, is to, yeah, I forgot. I was using TeamViewer with my phone a while ago, with one of my phones for a long. Well, I rebooted since then, didn't I? Let's see. Well, I'm gonna close TeamViewer and then see if any telltale processes. Now, can I restart something from this GUI app? You can kill it. You can hang up. You can continue, suspend. Then I would have to TeamViewer, I can't write. Viewer with a D on the end. If I can like just run a command in the terminal and restart it, that would probably fix it. Because I'll have to reboot the machine, and of course that means restarting my whole stream. Sometimes I have to do that. Let's see. I'm going to try opening it up again one more time. Sometimes it'll work just by closing it and opening it back up. It already shows it's not good. I did this before, not long ago. Well, I'll just kill it from here. No way. Let's try restart. Okay, team. There we go. That way I know I spelled it right. Okay. Now leave that open. Actually, let's just do it right here in this window. Get me a... Oh, come on. I just want to move it over. Let's put it up there, I guess. Yeah. I knew I'd need that. You can't move much with the mic right there. But I still like it much better, you know, sound-wise. I would like to make... I've got an extra SM58 head. I'd really like to make me a headset with it. And if I could get... Right, I was thinking about it when I thought my little lapel might be better. I thought, well, maybe I could use the cable to turn my SM58 head into a headset mic. Then I'd have the right connector, you know, to go into the phone and still be wireless that way. But let's see. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's waiting for the password. I messed it all up. I hit a bunch of double keys. Okay. Got it. All right, now then. Let's see. How do you do it? Do you say restart? I think you say the name of the app and then restart. I did this before. Yeah. I'll use my keyboard. Cannot spell. Okay, I tried TeamViewer restart now. R-E-S-T-E-O. S-T-A-R-T. Yeah, I need to get rid of that A. R-E-S-T-A-R-T. I don't know how to do it. So unless I can do it from right here, which I don't believe I can. Well, I can kill it and then start it. Okay, let's end the process. Oh yeah, I gotta be root. I went through all this one time before. I'm just going to reboot because I remember the last time I got into this situation, I wasted 15, 20, 30 minutes trying to do it, and I never did succeed. You're probably one of those where you got to put a dash in front of the name of the app or something. I have to stop this stream to do this. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll come back. I'll get it rebooted and everything, and it should be fine after that. It usually is. Okay. I guess, you know what? I had a thought. Well, I thought, well, I didn't restart my router today. And I haven't been doing any heavy surfing or any videos. Usually I just restart it after making videos because it really uses up all the memory and cache and everything, cache memory in the Wi-Fi router. But I'll do that too. So I'll restart the machine and the router because I don't think the router has anything to do with it. I think it's just something in the. And maybe those times when it locked. Let's see. It locked up on me once. I had to kill. Actually, it locked up on me twice, and I had to kill it with the system monitor. But luckily, it didn't. As long as I didn't kill the TeamViewer D root process, which of course you have to get root to do it, it opened back up and worked for when I was using the phone a while ago. And the last time I was using, it was not broken whenever I quit using it. But I also thought I rebooted since then, but I don't know. I'm rambling. All right, so I'm going to go and I'll come back in a few minutes.